Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NCAAB matches that is happening on Monday, November 6th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. In the upcoming game between Samford versus Purdue, the Bulldogs are in a favorable position as they start the new season, with 9 returning players from last year's regular season SoCon championship team. Among these returners, 2 are starters, one of whom was the second highest scorer on the team in the previous season. Samford had an impressive offensive performance, averaging 78.7 points per game, which ranked them second in the SoCon and 28th in the country. They shot efficiently at 45.4% from the field and 35.3% from beyond the three-point line. Defensively, the Bulldogs allowed 71.6 points per game last season, giving them a scoring margin differential of plus 7.2 in their favor. They were strong on the boards, out-rebounding their opponents 35.5 to 33.3 on average, and excelled in steals with 8.1 per game, ranking first in the conference and 38th in the country. Senior forward Jermaine Marshall, who averaged 13.3 points per game and 6.5 rebounds last season, has earned preseason All-SoCon honors for the second consecutive season. The other returning starter, junior guard A.J. Staten McCray, led the SoCon with 1.8 steals per game and played a significant role in the latter part of the previous season, averaging 10.1 points and 5.4 rebounds in his last 10 games. Samford successfully replenished their roster through the transfer portal by acquiring 5 new players, including center Zach Loveday from Baylor and guard Rylan Jones from Utah State. In contrast, the Boilermakers had a successful season last year but suffered a shocking defeat as a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament's opening round, becoming only the second team in history to lose to a 16 seed. Purdue's strength last season was their impressive defense, allowing just 62.7 points per game, which was the 21st best mark in the country. They limited opponents to 41.6% shooting and out-rebounded them with an average of 38.7 to 27.9 per game. On offense, the Boilermakers averaged 72.7 points per game, shooting 45.7% from the field and 32.3% from three-point range. They had a strong start to the season, going 13-0 before their first loss and had a 3-2 record against ranked opponents. Purdue boasts one of the most significant returning players in the country in senior center Zach Edey, who had a dominant season with averages of 23.9 points, 12.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. Edey also shot 60.7% from the field and had 27 double-doubles, the most in the country. They also returned their second and third top scorers from last season, sophomore sensations Braden Smith, 9.7 ppg, and Fletcher Lawyer, 11 ppg. This will be the third meeting between the two schools, with Purdue winning both previous meetings. Last season, Purdue had a 13-20-2 ATS record, and Samford posted a 14-14 record, according to TeamRankings.com. Samford faces a tough challenge as Purdue is likely coming into this game with a strong and determined mindset following last season's shocking exit from the NCAA tournament. Purdue is highly ranked and boasts a potent offense. Samford's last game against a ranked opponent was in 2018, and with Purdue returning their top offensive players, the Bulldogs appear to be overmatched. Zach Edey is expected to continue his dominant play and aims to become the first player since Bill Walton in 1972 and 1973 to achieve back-to-back Consensus Player of the Year awards. Taking the Boilermakers with the points seems like a reasonable choice. Last season, the over went 15-12-1 in Samford's games, but when Purdue played, the over was 15-20. The main reason for this was Purdue's strong defense. They held opponents to 56 points or less on 9 occasions last season, with their lowest point total allowed being just 39 points in a game. Samford is likely to face significant challenges when trying to score against Purdue's standout player, Zach Edey, who has often forced opponents to take lower percentage shots from the outside. While Purdue's offense is expected to perform well in this game, it's uncertain how much damage they will inflict. Given that it's the first game of the season, if Purdue builds a significant lead in the second half, they may opt to rest their starters early, potentially impacting their scoring output. This could result in lower scoring overall. Considering these factors, taking the under for the total points scored in the game appears to be a reasonable choice.